Hi, everyone. I'm Amy, although Cliff and my grandpa both call me Amala, which I guess is pretty fitting since Cliff recently became a grandpa. So mazel tov. I'm the director of research, and I work closely with Ron, Cliff, and Andrew on managing our investment team. In honor of our 40th anniversary, we thought it would be helpful to give you a sense of how we've built our team over the past 40 years. Just like Forbes has their 40 under 40, we have a team of 43 investment professionals that we've built over 40 years, although not all of us are under 40. And they have an average of 18 years of experience. We've been proactively investing in our team, in both up markets and down markets, to build deep industry expertise and enhance investor returns. As you know, Ron started the firm in 1982 with Susan as his right-hand woman. Susan eventually evolved to covering healthcare companies and is now our most tenured analyst. Yeah, I don't think they can hear you, but Cliff just said how great Susan looks, and I love her spiky hair.
Right. And how about that stash?
Fun to find these old pictures. Ron then recruited Cliff and Andrew to join the firm. Cliff launched the Barron Small Cap Fund, while Andrew worked closely with Ron on Barron Asset Fund as an analyst and ultimately became the sole manager of that product. As co-CIOs, Cliff and Andrew play a large role in helping develop our younger PMs, as they spoke about just a moment ago. The decade of 2000 to 2010 was a defining one for the firm. We launched 5 funds and expanded into several new areas, including investing in large cap companies through the launch of Barron Fifth Avenue Growth Fund, which is currently managed by Alex Umansky. We also launched Barron Opportunity Fund, which is managed by Mike Lippert. And we entered the realm of international investing by hiring Michael Cass and launching Barron International Growth Fund and Barron Emerging Markets Fund. In addition, the launch of the Barron Real Estate Fund was an important milestone for us, as it was our first sector fund.
Big moment in Barron Capital history. Jeff Colich promoted from research analyst to portfolio manager. Turns out to be a spectacular manager, as we all expected him to, a template for future growth in the business.
Great. In this decade, we also hired 11 additional analysts, including both Michael and David Barron. By then, we were managing around $16 billion in AUM and had 10 mutual funds.
And with all these analysts running around, it came time to figure out someone who could herd the cats.
That's me. I think you know that we pride ourselves on growing talent internally and promoting from within. Most of the analysts that we hired during that time are now either portfolio managers or assistant portfolio managers. From 2011 to 2019, we launched another 7 funds. During this time, we continued to selectively promote some of our most senior analysts. We launched Barron Discovery Fund and promoted Laird Meager and Randy Gewurtzman into PM positions.
My boy's getting their due.
In this decade, we remained in growth mode and hired another 14 analysts. By 2015, we had about $27 billion in AUM, 12 mutual funds, and a great group of smart, hardworking, and dedicated analysts. I think that's when Cliff and Andrew and Ron decided that we needed a dedicated director of research. That's me. I joined in July of 2015 after a typical Ron interview, an intense deep dive into my background and experiences to determine whether I would be good at my job and a good cultural fit. And of course, Cliff and Andrew grilled me a little bit, and I met with the rest of the team. And
needless to say, it was love at first sight.
That's so sweet. And vice versa, by the way. A few years later, Jamie Stone moved from a PM role to become head of ESG research. We were and remain in investment mode as we continue to grow and launch new funds. Since 2020, we've hired many new analysts. Most of these new hires are to increase our depth in areas where some of our senior analysts have taken on added PM responsibilities, such as healthcare, technology, fintech, and emerging markets. We're very proud of the phenomenal team of investment professionals that we've built over the past 40 years. In fact, we're so proud that we're going to ask all of our PMs and analysts to please stand for a round of applause. Like, actually stand up. That was not 43 people standing up. I'm going to come find those of you who did not stand later. As you can see, we now have a broad product offering with diversified funds across various market caps, several sector funds, and international and global funds. And we also have a great group of assistant portfolio managers as well. And we've built a deep bench of sector expertise in the areas where we see the greatest growth and investment opportunities. Our analysts are sector-focused and are charged with knowing their coverage areas better than anyone else on the street. These teams allow for collaboration and sharing of knowledge and ideas. And our analysts work hand in hand with our PMs to identify and research new ideas, as well as existing names within the portfolios. The turnover on our investment team is very low, just like the turnover in our portfolios. People join our firm and plan to stay for their whole careers, and most do exactly that. With that, I want to let members of our investment team tell you why they choose to spend their careers at Barron.